Are you over 60 and feel like your energy, sleep, and libido are no longer the same? In this video, you will discover a powerful natural juice made with pineapple, mint, and Peruvian maca, which has transformed the routine of men and women in old age. For 7 days, ordinary people reported profound changes: more energy, deep sleep, balanced gut, and the unexpected return of sexual desire. Based on real testimonials and scientific data from the National Institutes of Health, we show how the bromelain present in pineapple can help with hormonal balance and improve physical and emotional disposition. All this without medications, without synthetic hormones, and without miracle formulas. Get ready to rediscover the energy you thought you had lost. The secret is in a simple ritual: 1 drink a day, and the will to take care of yourself. Watch to the end to learn the variations of juice, understand how to create your own vitality cycle, and take the first step towards rekindling your libido naturally. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell for more tips on health, sexuality, and longevity with quality of life. He hadn't slept well for years. I woke up in the middle of the night, felt my body heavy, my head clouded, and in the morning, the energy, it just didn't come. By the age of 68, Jorge had become accustomed to the idea that vitality was a thing of the past, until, on an unpretentious visit to the organic market, he heard from a saleswoman, "Drink this juice for a week, only 7 days, then you tell me." What seemed like just an over-the-counter recipe became routine, and the routine became a transformation. At 3 days, the sleep became deeper. At 5, he realized that he woke up hungrier, and with more will to live. And on the 7th day, what seemed impossible happened. His libido returned. Not like before, but with a silent, stable, healthy strength. It wasn't magic, it was science, and Jorge was not the only one. Reports like this multiply among men and women over 60. What's behind it? A simple juice. 3 natural ingredients: pineapple, mint, and Peruvian maca. And behind them, active compounds with a direct impact on hormonal, digestive, and sexual health. Pineapple, in addition to being refreshing, contains an enzyme called bromelain. According to the National Institutes of Health, this substance has anti-inflammatory and digestive action, which improves the absorption of nutrients and reduces silent inflammatory processes, the same ones that drain your energy and affect hormonal balance as you age. By improving digestion, you begin to feel your body lighter and your gut functioning as it should. This in itself already reflects on sleep, mood, and yes, libido. Mint, in addition to being tasty, has a calming effect, improves breathing, and helps detoxify the body. It is as if she cleared the ground so that the other ingredients have a more direct effect. And the special touch, Peruvian maca, a tuber from the Andes region with properties known for centuries by native peoples for its aphrodisiac and hormone-regulating effects. Modern studies confirm that it can help balance testosterone and estrogen levels in a natural way, without changing the hormonal axis abruptly, which is essential after 60. But this video isn't just about ingredients. It's about what happens when the body starts cooperating with you again, when chronic fatigue begins to disappear, when the head wakes up light, the body asks for movement, and the desire to smile. She comes back alone. Those who tried it for 7 days reported subtle changes at first. The bowel became more regular, the feeling of heaviness after meals decreased. Then, sleep began to reorganize. No waking up at 3 in the morning with an agitated mind. Over time, the first signs of willingness came: more courage to walk, more interest in conversations, more desire to be present. And then, the unexpected, the libido, the one that seemed dormant for years, gave a sign of life. In a natural way, without medication, without embarrassment. The explanation lies in the whole: balanced digestion, reduced inflammation, restful sleep, and adjusting hormone levels. All of this creates an internal environment conducive to vitality flourishing again. And the best, the preparation is simple. In a glass, combine 2 medium slices ripe pineapple, high in bromelain, 5 fresh mint leaves, activates the liver and calms the nervous system, a dessert spoon of Peruvian maca powder, hormone regulator, half a cup filtered water. Optional, a few drops of lemon or a small piece of ginger to further activate circulation. Blend everything in a blender and drink on an empty stomach. preferably in the morning. Important: the effect is not immediate. The body needs a few days to react. Therefore, the challenge is to continue for 7 days in a row without fail. Do not replace it with coffee or black tea. The juice acts synergistically. Each ingredient sets the stage for the other to act better. After 60, many people believe that the drop in energy, desire, and libido is something natural. And in a way, it is. The body changes. The production of hormones decreases. But what few know is that the body does not stop completely. It slows down. And the good news is, it is possible to stimulate this balance in a natural way, without forcing the body, just by delivering the right nutrients at the right time. Let's start by understanding what happens to the male body. After the age of 60, testosterone levels tend to drop gradually. This loss can cause discouragement, tiredness, loss of muscle strength, decreased sexual interest, and greater difficulty maintaining firm erections. But what many ignore is that testosterone does not disappear. It just loses the biochemical support necessary to be activated. And that's where foods like Peruvian Maca and pineapple Bromelain come in. Studies show that Maca acts directly on the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, regulating hormone production without aggressively altering levels. Bromelain, on the other hand, by reducing silent inflammation, frees the metabolism for nobler functions, such as hormone production, muscle recovery, and sexual desire. It's as if the body says, "Now that you've cleared me, I can go back to work for your pleasure." And in the case of women, from 55, with the arrival of menopause, estrogen levels drop drastically. It affects sleep, mood, vaginal lubrication, skin, hair, memory, and of course, libido. But there is something powerful that almost no one says. The female libido is closely linked to the intestine. When digestion is poor, the body releases inflammatory substances that directly affect hormonal balance. And that's why bromelain, present in high concentrations in pineapple juice, is so effective. It improves digestion, decreases bloating, and increases the bioavailability of important minerals such as magnesium and zinc, both of which are essential for women's well-being and the functioning of the sex glands. In addition, mint has a calming effect on the central nervous system. It reduces anxiety and improves sleep quality, and sleeping well is one of the greatest allies of libido after 60. When you sleep poorly, the body understands that it is on alert and deactivates functions that are not a priority, such as desire, appetite, and regeneration. Therefore, improving sleep is opening the doors for pleasure to return. Many people report that when drinking this juice for 7 days in a row, the first sign of improvement is not in the sexual desire itself, but in the way they wake up. They feel more willing, lighter, with more appetite for life. The body begins to respond. Small forgotten sensations, such as the desire to dance, walk, talk more, arise again, and at the right time, the desire comes. Let's go to the signs that usually appear between the 3rd and 7th day. Reduction of abdominal bloating, increased bowel regularity, deeper, more continuous sleep, waking up with more energy, more hydrated skin, greater willingness to exercise, gradual return of libido, erections more frequent in men, more natural lubrication for women, less irritability, and more mental clarity. It is important to remember, all this occurs without depending on medications, synthetic hormones, or expensive supplements. It's just your body's response when it gets what it needs. This juice is a base, a restart, and after 7 days you can continue taking it, or alternate with other combinations. But what it activates, it's yours, and no one takes it away. From the 7th day on, many people report a transformation that goes beyond physical disposition. It's a subtle but powerful change, as if the body awakens after years of silent mode. A return of curiosity, sensitivity, presence. It's not just about having more energy or sleeping better. It's about feeling whole again, with the desire to live and even to relate. Libido is just a reflection of that, a response from the body that says, "I'm here." And when this awakening happens, even if it is mild, no one wants to go back to what it was before. But what to do after these 7 days? The ideal is not to stop. The juice can and should continue, but with small variations to keep the stimulus constant in the body. And most importantly, without requiring artificial medicines or formulas. Just the basics, well done, at the right time. The first variation is perfect for colder days or when you feel your body slower. Just add a small slice of fresh ginger to the traditional juice. Ginger stimulates circulation, warms naturally, and improves oxygenation. People with compromised circulation or cold extremities feel the effect in the first few hours. And in the case of men, this increased circulation can even help improve the quality of erections in an indirect but effective way. For those who already feel their intestines working better and sleep is starting to organize, this version is an extra step. Another variation that makes a difference is the nocturnal variation, designed especially for sleep and mood. In this case, an unexpected ingredient comes into play: bananas. Rich in tryptophan, it helps regulate the production of serotonin and melatonin, hormones linked to pleasure and deep sleep. When combined with a spoonful of maca and a few mint leaves, this juice turns into a natural tranquilizer that also nourishes. To top it off, a spoonful of hydrated flaxseed helps lubricate the intestine and provides lignans, which also participate in hormonal balance, especially in postmenopausal women. Taken in the late afternoon, this juice favors a more continuous sleep, without interruptions. And sleeping well is one of the secrets to keeping the desire alive. Because libido is not born only from touch. It is also born of rest, of lightness, of the body that finally breathes effortlessly. These variations can be made in a cyclical way. A week with the traditional pineapple, mint, and maca juice. Another with the thermogenic version with ginger. Then, the night version. Thus, the body does not settle. He answers. And each cycle activates a different aspect of vitality. And we are not talking here about imported supplements, artificial hormones, or miracle formulas. We are talking about food, of nutrients. Give a return to intelligent simplicity. Of course, it is necessary to do it with awareness. People with gastric problems should watch how they react to pineapple or ginger. And if you are using anticoagulant medications or other medications of continuous use, it is essential to talk to the doctor before inserting Peruvian maca. But overall, the reports are positive, and they come from all corners. Women who return to feel pleasure without pain. Men who have regained the desire to get closer to their partner. Couples who have rediscovered touch. And people who, even alone, felt their bodies more alive, more present, more capable. It all starts with a glass, and with the simple gesture of taking care of yourself. But there's something else. Ritual matters. It is not enough to just beat the ingredients and swallow in a hurry. Turn this moment into a small act of affection. Drink calmly. Sit at the table. Let the light in through the window. Breathe. Listen to your body. The effect begins before the juice reaches the stomach. It starts when you say to yourself, "I matter," and the body listens to that. After 7 days, maybe it's not just the energy that comes back. Maybe self-esteem, the sparkle in the eyes, the desire to walk in the square, to talk to someone, to smile in the mirror will also return. And perhaps, at the quietest time of the day, the one when you used to feel forgotten, you feel a light warmth rising through your chest, a reminder of what it is if you wish, and how that it has always been there. You don't need to get the 30-year-old body back, but it can awaken the vitality of the 60 with dignity, pleasure, and awareness. Because life, if it is well fed, continues to pulsate, and pleasure, physical, emotional, sexual, is ageless. It just needs to be remembered. 1 juice a day, 7 days, and everything can start again.